That is a very noisy rest machine. Very noisy. But a net nonetheless. I wonder, for giggles, see if we can eliminate some noise in the shack. There's a little bit. Alright. Maybe. Chargers. Volume 10. Amazing.
Thanks for running that tonight. Doing a fine job. Very readable. Let's see. I've been trying to work the 13 colony station that they do every year on the 4th. I think it runs for a week. And they do have a web page. So I think it's called just the 13 colonies. I don't know. If you put 13 colonies and radio into the Google, it'll come up. But yeah, I've been working some of those and activated Petersburg battlefield yesterday morning early. And so we've been staying busy playing a little bit of radio. Still waiting on the bands to improve.
What'd I miss?
Gotta happen at some point. And working a little bit of the Summer Thunder, which you probably remember back last January. It was called Winter Heat. That doesn't seem to be as active this time as it was the last time. I guess it's because people are out and about doing things.
It's too freaking
I
hot.
completely understand because I have been too. Thanks for doing it and have a good 4th. And we will turn it back over to Net Control on Channel 4 KAD.
Okay, Randy. Here's my question. I'm glad I have this signal. I finally overcome my problems from my mouth and where I borrowed 10-foot antenna from WWF. And I can't get enough strength, but I clean it out of the mouth. Facebook site. Set that up a little more thoroughly than what I use now. I'm glad to hear you got to another part. Today's pretty nice yesterday. But the hot tomorrow, sun higher north for decades. So that should be good to talk to you as always. Thanks for checking. Now we'll go. Exactly.
Good evening, Wayne, and everyone on the net.
Wayne.
Not doing too much this evening. Didn't want to miss the net. Hope everybody has a chance to play radio on the 4th of July, along with whatever your traditions are, and, yeah, we are going to have a simplex net, first Friday, simplex net, 7 p.m. on 146490. The day after tomorrow. Join us if you can. This is A04UOR, back to net control.
I don't know Wayne. At least I don't remember.
WN4 here. Name is Josh. I'm in southern Chesterfield. I have y'all loud and clear. Don't have much going on. My wife and kids are on vacation. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to weasel my way out of being on call for work, so I'm just sitting at home bored with the dog. But was actually able to get on the net tonight because, well, I don't have anything else to do. So that's about all I got. 73 to everyone.
You get on the radio with the rest of your girlfriends, huh?
I hope you and the dog had a great time. I sit around my dog all the time. Very nice. Hope you have a good morning. Hope you have a good day. You know, you'll be called out for work. So 73 for a big talk. Hey, that's the bottom of the list. But those are enough to check in.
I may have to get a dog. Oh no. It's a lot of money too. Bless you, I think.
The other one was a little bit low and fast for me to copy, so let's try again. Start.
Kilo Mike 4 with Sierra Echo KM 4 WSE. A little bit more readable. I'd like to respond to a little bit of traffic for the net, or the message rather, of congratulations to people.
Talked to him just the other day.
Okay. Anybody else want to check in for the next?
Not really.
This is
Kilo November 4, Victor Alpha. Taken for VA. Been low
you loud and clear. That's right.
November 4th, you're at the John and West Virginia. Loud and clear through traffic.
I don't see how.
All right. It's a A4A. It's for SJL. So A4A. Give us your comments, sir. Good afternoon, everybody on the net. Thank you, Wayne, for running the net tonight. And, yeah, so just gonna been off all most of the week so far, just taking it easy and taking mental health time off, if you will, from work.
What?
Let's see, what else do I have going on? Let's see, I've just got 10-point ATRS up and running, and
Good.
is playing with that and my radio and Dire Wolf. And,
Wow. He's busy too.
And then I bought a kit that has the dual, has a 9-to-1 unun and a 49-to-1 unun on it. The kit off of Etsy. And so I'll try to get that up and running over the weekend. 41-foot wire for the 9-to-1.
Wow.
And a 66-foot wire for the 49-to-1. And see what happens. And I'm going to try it out with $650 ST710AESS that I was able to land.
Wow.
Amazing. Guy was just getting rid of it. He didn't like it. And
What?
and giving it away for a song, and I'm like, I got you. I'm singing your tune. So we're going to see how that works out, and try to get that up and running.
Hey, buddy, I can sing. You might not like it, but it's a song.
So at this point, I'm not going to try to do any of the 13 colonies or anything like that. I think I'm just going to try to get a wire up, make sure the radio works as it should, and just bust around and have fun. That's what it's all about. So with that, I'll pass it back over to you, Wayne. This is KN438, back to Tech Control.
He said putts. Pardon me. I'll bet you are, buddy. Roundhouse must be a bar.
Thank you, Wayne, for running that. John. Doing well. Just a little work to do. I got on 4 to 5. I got a more amount of time. About the air conditioning tomorrow. And that's like a damn radio. It's now using after that. Or is it just for me? That's great. For sale, that's it.
Where did that extra noise come from?
Well, John, thank you for checking in with us. Just so you know, you've got a fair amount of status there, but you were recently. And we hope everything's going well for your upcoming holiday. And say 7-3. And we put out a final call down for
I'm glad that wasn't my station.
4 RAC net. We've done that.
I know I've got a lot to work out in the interference here in the shack.
This is
But it works.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Whiskey Alpha Golf, Mark in Chesterfield.
Bill.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Whiskey Alpha Golf. How are you doing tonight? Share your comments.
Telling me a call, Whiskey Alpha 4, Whiskey Papa Golf. Yeah, I'm just in Chesterfield doing a little photo, looking for some DX, and just enjoying the day. Outside. Hope everybody enjoys the day. And that, and the reception of the net controller is great copy. No static whatsoever. Perfect copy.
You know, I may have to look for Poto and soda stations tomorrow.
All the credit to that just before we made that trouble getting out of my house. I just like I say that it's like Apple and another location. I'm glad it's not so all one but I got really frustrated over the last couple of weeks. Okay, 73, just like I told you, with weather and that kind of stuff. And we'll say one more time, if anyone likes to join, go ahead and call in.
Almost a half hour net.
Okay, well, looks like another resident is booked. We had 11 folks joining in tonight, counting myself. So I hope everybody has safe and enjoyable. I am putting it down because
Huh. Will wonders ever cease? All I had to do was unplug a couple of chargers, and I can hear the RAS machine a little better. There's 70 centimeters. Of course, I don't need an HT for that. I could use the Motorola CM300 to listen to that, communicate with the RAS 70 centimeter, but I turned it on just to test on the desk, and, well, there it is. Successful test. I wonder if I could tune this antenna. It may not be far off, but let's give it a shot. See where we are. Low power. Oh, they'll know that's me. Doggone it, that's William on the air. Feedback Bill. K4ARX. About 1 to 2 on the SWR. Go up to high power. Test clear, K4ARX. Now, I'm not a bit surprised nobody comes back. And more times, often than not, when you test like that, even in a place where you don't normally test, unless somebody really wants to talk to you, and this is fine, I'm okay with this. You know, if they don't want to talk to you, they're not going to call you. And you shouldn't take offense to that anyways. You test your radio, do your call sign. It's all legal, you know, but if they don't call you back, or if they don't attempt to call you, that's fine. At least that's how I see it. Whoops. Go back to this. Turn the scan off for a minute. Reset the antenna for the MRA. It's about the same. Did I reset the timer? Nope. K4ARX. At least that's how I do the antenna testing. You don't just chunk the repeater and say nothing. You got to say something. You got to at least identify.
KQ4SLA, K4ARX.
That's backwards, but I'll take it. KQ4SLA, K4ARX. Good evening. Yeah, be polite.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you. Just completed listening to the Rats Net. That's almost difficult to say if you say it too fast. Rats Net over on the Rats machine, and I can actually hear it pretty good. I'm kind of surprised. I unplugged a couple chargers here, so that kind of cleared up my local noise a bit. What are you doing? Better plug those back in.
I just finished listening up as well. I can hear most everybody come in pretty good. I can't never seem to get into it very well though from where I'm at, but I can hear it pretty clear. I got sweet talked into exploring the digital world by KO4MBPJ. My DMR radio arrived today.
Oh, nice.
He was nice enough to provide me a code plug because he has the same radio. So I'm kind of feeling my way around now through this CPS and just kind of playing with the way he's got things set up and just trying to learn as I go. Very interesting stuff.
Somebody else on the DMR. Very good. I'm enjoying mine too. I got one from Doug, In4HDF. He supplied that one. And very happy with it. In fact, I've got it working here in the shack. I don't have to go outside or upstairs anymore. I found a sweet spot. And it seems to work okay. I can make some contacts. He also supplied a P25 900 portable here, and it works very well. I think he was working on his shack today. I think he replaced a 220 with a 900 radio. He's going to put an antenna outside at some point. But we're all starting to transition a bit into the digital world, which I think is just fine. I never thought I'd get into it, but boy, it's been a blast. I think I've had about 7 days into it. I'm having lots of fun.
Yeah, I've been worrying PJ to death on the Discord because I mentioned this radio to him a few days ago, and he said he had the same one. I'm like, well, I guess that's the one I'm going to get because if I need some help, I know where I can go. And it's the B-Tech version, which is just it's the same thing as the Anytone. It's just a little bit cheaper. But yeah, haven't done too much with it yet. Keyed up on one of the machines, and he was able to bring it up on some log, and he could see my name and ID and everything where it actually had come through.
Yeah.
So I know it's working on that end, but yeah, it's just a lot more info, a lot more stuff to sort through and mess with. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's definitely going to keep me busy.
Yeah, way to get into zones and talk groups and all those things and run simplex. It's a lot of fun. I've seen several videos on versions of Anytone, probably the one you have, many like that. And that's a pretty neat little radio. I'm really surprised. Lots of guys are coming to liking those things and making them work. Very interesting subject and very interesting toys to play with.
KQ4SLA. Yeah, I agree. This is the B-Tech 6X2 or 6x2, however you want to pronounce it. But it's pretty much the same radio as the Anytone. The newest version is the Pro. It's got Bluetooth and some other fancy stuff on it, but I didn't really need that.
Right.
But I mean, this radio came with 2 batteries for just over $200, so it's not too bad, I guess. Definitely gonna keep me busy. Lots of YouTube and lots of learning. But I'm glad he sent me this code plug. That helps a lot. If I had started with a blank slate, I probably would have been losing my mind.
Yeah, I can relate. I'm glad that Doug set these up for me. I do have the capability eventually to go ahead and start computer programming myself, or software and whatnot, and making my own adjustments. So that'll come with time. I've got a DB15 cable coming in the mail here, probably here Friday or Saturday, and I can finally connect a monitor to this PC tower I picked up, see what it's doing exactly, and whether or not it's viable for what I want to do. It's only a Windows XP type PC, but it might be able to help me to do some of the things I want to do with radio and some of these scanners as well.
Yeah, I think it will. One of the issues I have is the mobile unit in my Jeep. That won't work on any of the CPS for it won't work with any of the newer Windows. So I've really got to use two different computers.
That's okay.
Depending on which radio I'm going to program. If I try to hook it up to the newer computer that I have, it won't even work with that version of Windows. I'm sure there's probably some kind of workaround for it, but the only thing I can do is use my old laptop. It's pretty much dedicated just to that radio now. So you kind of run into those things when you've got computers of different ages and radios of different ages. But
That's
I'm sure
fine.
somebody a whole lot smarter than me found ways to work their way around it.
Right. I know there's different ways, and you can emulate certain computers on newer computers, or at least the software. And it's probably not too different than emulating older games on PCs and whatnot. So, but yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'd rather have a computer of a certain area, or certain era rather, for radios of the same certain era, and dedicate those to each other. Do the same thing with these scanner receivers, because you could just plug them right in instead of creating a discriminator tap, and pretty much run the software on the computer, and just the scanner as a receiver. It's very much like the SDR stuff, I'm sure, early stuff, but that's kind of what I want to do. And I guess I'm going to get into software programming as far as the radios go and frequencies and whatnot, and that goes for all of them, I guess. We'll see. There's plenty of help out there, and lots of great guys to work with. Get timed out.
Yeah, I certainly agree. As somebody who's still relatively new to the hobby in general, we've got a pretty solid group around here.
Oh,
It's very helpful.
it's getting better every day.
People who are passionate about the hobby and are still learning themselves, but aren't afraid to share information. So I'm thankful for that, for sure. It's really what kind of keeps you interested, because you reach a certain point, you get so frustrated, you kind of hit a wall. People kind of tend to fade off, I think. But when you've got other people around that are doing these really cool things, it kind of motivates you to want to keep digging at it.
Yeah, I think we got a bunch of great groups around here, and they all kind of transition from one system to another, changing hats, changing bands and modes and all that good stuff. But yeah, there's lots of great people to work with, and we can cover a lot. I mean, we can cover everything from HF all the way up to 23 centimeters and beyond. It won't be too much longer. We'll be going into microwave, I'm sure, because somebody's going to do it, and we're all going to want to catch up. K4ARX. A little bit of CV there, huh?
Roger that. Yeah, a lot of that stuff I'm seeing, even in the Discord chat and all that, I mean, it's very interesting. Most of it's way over my head, but
Yeah, me too.
That's just kind of how you learn. So I'm taking baby steps. Again, just kind of dipping my toe in the digital stuff, but very cool so far. Probably end up going the hotspot route. I heard a bunch of you guys talking about that earlier as well. There's been back and forth on the Discord with that, so I may need to do that. But I think it's pretty cool how this handheld on the digital mode, it actually tells you whether or not on the screen you can make it into the repeater.
That's
it's also
right.
got a roaming option. When you're traveling around, it'll roam the repeaters that are local that you have programmed. So very neat technology.
Yeah, it'll pretty much tell you if you're going to make it or not into the system. It already knows if it's on the system or not, and if it's not, it says no, you can't talk. Pretty much in its own language. But yeah, don't know about you. I'm about 12 miles from the Rats DMR, and the right spot here in the shack, indoors, interior room, bottom floor. I can still actually make it and hold a conversation. So I'm thoroughly impressed. You may not have to have a hotspot, but you can.
Yeah, Roger part of Hanover. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
pretty far out
as the
there.
crow flies how many miles that is from that tower, but I could probably get into it. I mean, based on what I can do just in my backyard with my regular HTs, I should be able to get into it on the digital side. I'll just have to play with it some more.
It's the only way to learn. Yeah, it's been suggested to me to get a Yagi and set it up, point it that way. And there's no reason why you couldn't do the same. And find you a fence post or something and step it up that there in the yard. You know, strap it to a fence or pole or something, and just point it that way and run your coax inside, and you should be fine, even with just the HT.
Yeah, roger that. I think before I do all that, I'll probably just end up. It's not really the lazy way about going and doing it, but it's probably the eventual way. Is just I'll
That's
get
okay.
that hotspot set up so I can just go full range with it. But yeah, I've got an adapter where I could hook this digital HT up to the antenna I'm talking on now, which is on the roof of the shed. It probably would help some. But I haven't played around with it enough. I just keyed it up once or twice so he could see it on his end to make sure I was coming through. And I've been here just kind of clicking through options and menus and just playing with settings.
And that's the only way to learn anything. You have to monkey with it sometimes and read the instructions, figure it out. You'll get it squared away exactly the way you want. All right, I got to jump. I got to go for a walk and take care of a few things and probably go portable too. So I'll be around and I'll catch up with you later. K4ARX. I'm not literally going to jump, but I'm out of checks
All
mix.
right,
So.
William, 73C for now. KQ4SLA, clear. Stand by.
All right. Thanks for joining us for the net. That was the Richmond Amateur Telecommunications Society net. Was that an Aries net? I don't know. Wednesday night net. Independence Day Eve 2024. And drop by next time. Catch you soon. Bye.